Okay. Oh, there's yeah. Hi there.
Hey, are you an electrician? Yeah.
All right, let's do a quick walkthrough here of my thoughts on what to improve. First thing, when you walk up the property, some of the paint needs to be touched up, and then the porch is just this plywood stuff that just looks cheap, and yeah, it just looks cheap. So I'd like to get some treated 1x6s to plank the floor. They look a little more modern. Needs a new fixture here. Could use a fancier front door. At least get this one painted so it doesn't look like hell. In the entryway, we've got some cheap linoleum. I don't mind the linoleum, but it's just old and faded and looks cheap again. So I'd like to get some nicer looking stuff, or get a porcelain tile going on. In the entryway here, my wood floors are still holding up. We'll start at the top and work our way down here where we're going to spend the money. Looks like somebody's home. Here in the bedrooms, the blinds need to go. We'll get new blinds, new window dressings. Little things like swapping out the outlets so they don't look like they're 30 years old. That's a real quick, easy fix to make it look a little more modern, a little nicer. Put some paint on the wall. Possibly get some new light fixtures that are cheap enough. And the doors are horrible. Just need to get some new doors. Possibly some new hardware. All three bedrooms, well, this one's got new carpet that should be in good shape. The other ones just have old carpet that could be replaced very easily, very cheaply, to make it look a lot better, feel a lot better. Some fresh paint, and I'm going to let him deal with the bathroom. So as we come down into the entryway here, and into the living room again, little things like the blinds, get some window dressings. I hate the color in this room. And some of the tenants just have brought some stuff in that's not very sightful, like a lamp. That's crappy stuff. Random furniture hanging around. Cole knows how much of a stickler I am for this, but the wires. Why do we have to have wires hanging down? The TV looks great. And what kind of stand is that? So we just need to do some things to clean up the TV. I don't know where this chair came from. It's got to go. And then all these end tables just create areas for clutter, and we've talked about it time and time again that we need to get rid of all end tables because they don't serve any purpose other than to hold clutter. The dining table's looking good. That'll stay. We've got some paint touch-ups to do. This is the main bedroom off the dining room, and as you see, the door is cracked. It's a hollow core piece of crap, plain looking door that's been painted to match the room. It just looks horrible. We'd like to see what prices it would be to get a big door slab with some nice looking French doors. If not, we'll custom fit that. And then off of that, we've got the first bedroom, with cheap brass hardware, crappy door that needs to be painted, or better yet, just taken off and replaced by a solid core door. And then here in the bathroom, we'll do a complete overhaul in this bathroom. We'll take this sink off, the toilet. We'll pull the toilet, and we'll rip the shower out, and we'll replace the shower with a nice tile surround, tile floor, and then take that new tile look and replace all the existing tiles, since there's not a ton to replace in the first place. And while we're in here busting things out, we'll just do it all at once. I'd like to have the walls faux painted. Again, this window we might actually block in with the window blocks. What else? So this bathroom will look a whole lot better. Again, replace the outlet switches that are faded, stuff like that. And then, as we come into the kitchen, the poor tenants, we got 5 people sharing this itty bitty little fridge. So we'd like to upgrade the fridge, upgrade the stove, and actually, upgrade the stove, and actually it'll get moved from where it's sitting there to right by the fridge here, because we need to make room for dishwasher. We'll replace the countertops with granite countertops. I'm still debating what to do with these cabinets as far as putting hardware on them and such, but we'll get new cabinets where there's space, so everything where the stove is and to the right of the stove, we can get new cabinets. and we'll take a little bit of modification up there as the vent hood will get moved over. So where the stove is now, we'll put a dishwasher and extend that countertop all the way over, and it'll be a new granite countertop and a new sink. As right now, it's just a one little compartment sink. Let me get some light. Let's see, where's the light switch? There we go. Also, the paint color we originally picked out just looks god awful. And then the stairway splits off the entryway, and you can sneak into the kitchen this way. We'd like to just chop out those stairs and put more cabinets in and build a little hutch and wall that back space off and build a little hutch right there just for more cabinet spaces, and then that'll give some countertop room as we move the stove right there. And as you see, that register is going to have to get modified too. And the fridge, we'll just get a new, bigger fridge where that one's at right now. We could build some more cabinetry work in here. That would be nice. I'm debating on what to do with the flooring in here. At the very least, as you can see, the grout is pretty gross. So we've got a cleaning solution and a company that will come in and make the grout look all brand new. But I'm debating on replacing all the flooring in here too. It'll depend on the budget. Let's walk outside real quick, right off the kitchen. The whole goal with this whole property, as we take it over, is going to be, since it's not in the worst neighborhood, but it's not in the best neighborhood. It's, if you go beyond this house, going that direction, it's outright the ghetto. It's the North Omaha African American ghetto. So be it. But it's actually a good location as far as being close to the colleges in town, and the house is just a mammoth, solid house that I like. It's just the location isn't great, and as you see on the inside, it's not that great. So we will consider doing some crazy things like making this deck bigger off the kitchen, and this back corner would be a perfect place to put a hot tub. If we have things in the house like hot tubs and nice things and granite countertops, people forget about what kind of neighborhood they're in, and they just sign the lease. So anything we can do to influence people to just sign the lease and not think about it, I'm totally down to do. So that would be something we would consider. Alright, let's go back inside here. So that covers the first floor. The only thing I really haven't covered is that bathroom upstairs and the basement. Alright, let's take a peek downstairs. This back entry will probably be used quite a bit for moving furniture in and out because the clearance is so low and everything's so tight and narrow down here. It's going to be a challenge, and people might, stub their nose at it and get turned off by it. The flooring going upstairs causes a really low headroom. I'm wondering if there's a way to get around that. One idea would be to take these stairs out altogether and exclusively use this back entryway, but I still got to scratch my head on how we can do that. For now, I'm just going to duck as I come down. And then you've got these center posts running all the way through the house. You've got the laundry room back here and the utility room over here. So the problem is, one of the problems we'd like to fix is these washers and dryers are just old as heck, and I'd like to get those looking nicer. So as you come down the stairs, what we'd like to do is, first off, paint the ceiling or do some sort of drop ceiling if we have to. Ideally, I'd like to paint it black, and there's some fun things we can do with that. Drywall frame up the walls and drywall the walls, and create a little living space, an office, or like a poker room right off the stairs here to give it another entertaining space. And then basically the whole half of the basement will be one huge bedroom. Right now they got their boxing bag up and basically using it just for all their junk storage. But that whole area could be a bedroom, and my guess is it would be 20 feet by 14 feet. So if somebody's going to get a walk-in closet and a little office and everything all off their bedroom, the ceiling will be a little low, but altogether the living space will be great. We will have to put an egress window in here somewhere. This area will probably end up being the closet. So we'll probably turn that window into an egress. The one in the middle will get turned into an egress window. and we'll have to get creative in how we block off the site of the utility room, but we really won't touch anything in the utility room other than just clean it up. But yeah, so that's, other than the shower upstairs, that kind of sums up everything we'd like to do at this house, and that's where all the money's going to be going. Let's see. Let's look outside real quick. Jared, say hi to Fritz.
Hey, Fritz.
Jared might be bidding some of the work out for us. He can do the tile work and just about everything we need to do. Not sure who parked the Raper van here, but I'd like to get that out of here. So the next problem is parking. If we add another bedroom, we're going to have more people living here. I'd like to add concrete to the left and right of the driveway so we get 2 cars wide. There's plenty of off-street parking all the way down this street, and across the street's the park, so there's no other neighbors fighting over these parking spots. So I might not have to do anything at all. Worst case scenario, we can add parking back here too. There's the window that'll get turned into an egress. The outside's in great shape. Just need to clean up the siding for the hose. Flowers are blooming. Back here we could add more parking. Put a stall there, there, and there. So we have parking all along the back here. So there's plenty of room for parking. I'm not worried about it. The roof should be holding up all right. There's some signs of past leakage, but I think it's self-fixed now. Yeah, fix one thing at a time, and as the rent money starts coming in at higher prices, we'll be able to get this thing running in the black for the long term. So let's go see if that bathroom's opened up yet. We'll take a look at it real quick. Okay, as you can see, first of all, the color choice is horrible. This little vanity will replace the hardware with some modern looking stuff, and see if we can just replace the top with a nicer granite top with a nice faucet, get a new toilet seat. In here, I'd like to save the tile in here. If we could just clean the grout up, we'd actually be able to save the tile, especially if we get a new color of, there's Cole's little decorations, if we new color paint on the wall or do some sort of faux painting. And then this shower, we'll be able to save the tub and just rip off all the old surround, which was cheaply done. Did its job, but it was cheap. And replace that with a nice tile back shower surround, and do some cool stuff with some stacked slate looking tile around the top like I've done in other homes. And again, new blinds, that kind of stuff. This really isn't set up the best, but you got the shower there, and then you've got wood and paint that's taking on all the beating of the water hitting it, soaking into it, rotting it out. So we'll replace that, and we'll basically tile right over that, and then figure out what to do as the tile wraps around the window. So so this bathroom won't take as much money, and I think it'll have a huge impact on what we do with it. Again, new light switches, please. Yeah, so all in all, we'll be putting the budget together, we'll be getting bids, doing all sorts of other fun stuff to get this house looking like one of our best houses rather than one of our worst houses. New mailbox, that'd be nice. But yeah, altogether, you're across the street from a park. We're less than a mile from Creighton University, and right about 5 miles away from University of Nebraska at Omaha. The neighbors have a decent looking house. They've actually got a pool in the back. Got all these nice big trees. And it's altogether an okay looking house from the front, from the curb. So get everything else fixed up. We'll keep this thing moving forward.